Yes, guys, only one United, Natalie here, Namrata, Lanzel. Listen, we're just going to go straight into it. Guys, I can see people in the comments coming in and watching, viewing figures going up just as we were just talking. But, Namrata, tell me about it.
I was just talking to Lanzel about it. Like, I want to delete 19th of November from my mind because India lost the World Cup final in cricket, and then the derby was like we lost the plot basically in the derby. So, not a great day yesterday to be an Indian Manchester United fan. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good show. I can say it's going to be a good show.
Yeah, Lanzel, talk to me. I know we're going to get
Listen,
into
I'm
like
hot.
specific
I'm
details.
hot,
But
mate. I'm hot. I'm
Yeah.
hot. I'm hot. I'm hot. But listen, I got a lot to say today, guys. Stay in tune today. This will be the most explosive episode ever. I've got a lot to say, and I'm saying it without no apology. Do you understand? We all love United, but listen, there's levels to this, yeah. And if we don't keep the levels and standards high, yeah, then who will? Does that make sense? But we'll get into it. We'll get into it anyway. But all I'm gonna say, because guys, listen, I told ya, I'm onto it today. Listen,
yeah,
all I'm gonna say,
listen, these guys are ready, yeah? These guys are ready.
yeah, I'm
I'm
saying
less
to you
so
straight
ready.
up, yeah. And I'm
These guys are
sorry to
ready.
say, yeah, sorry, Nat. Nat, listen.
Yeah.
7 points off the top to Chelsea already. Yeah, give them the title now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what are we here to just play second again? Is it? Yeah. I saw something today as well. Where's Vic? Vic, bless you because you gave the stats to this. 12 points last season from 7 games. 12 points this season from 7 points. So that means basically our best season could only be second this year when he's got his squad. We spent the most money listen, hot seasons today. We're going to get into it. Guys.
Yeah. No, definitely. Listen, obviously I just want to say congratulations. Listen, guys, go check out the app because you was on it, the main big fan. Listen, but like I just want to touch on just I suppose your overall thoughts. Where do you think went wrong? Like, why did we score and then just fall apart really? But it wasn't good from the start, was it? For me, it wasn't even good from the start. It was just from the start to the finish. We just got that goal, and
I think we just kind of lost the plot from the moment starting lineups were announced because there was a lot in that you just don't understand, right? Like Leah was playing at left back. When we started out, Maya and Millie were switched. So like Maya was playing on the left, Millie was playing on the right. Hannah was playing at right back, and she hasn't played at right back whenever she's been played there. We didn't start off well at all. And again, Malad was playing on right wing. I don't understand why that's happening, but whatever. And we started off and we did not start off well. And I think it was good that we got the penalty when we did, because Man City were dominant. They were really good, and we got the 2 goals. We conceded the 2 goals back to back very soon, just before the first half ended. And I think the second half we had to come out and come out with a game plan basically. But that is what we don't do. We don't have a game plan. Our game plan is wait for 65 or 70 minutes, get Rachel Williams on. That's not a game plan, guys. And I think like we looked shell shocked. Everyone looked surprised and shell shocked. And the last time I saw our team do that was the 6-1 game against Chelsea. And I was like, we've gone back. The progress that we had made in the last 1 year, it's like we've all of that has gone away, and we're back to Skinner's first season. So yeah,
I think
therapy
it was
there.
actually Vix who posted it. And hi Vix, hi Lot, hi Stuart, hi Graham,
Oh, nice.
obviously hi Karen. And listen, guys, get in the comments. I think it's actually Vix that posted it. We've got the same, or was it you, Nam? Someone posted. We've got the
It was
same
Vix, yeah, I
record
think, yeah.
that we did when he first started. But then, like what you said, Lanzel, these are his players now. And then, yes, they've come in late. So, yes, it takes a bit of time to gel. But we was gelling. That Everton game, I know it's Everton, I know it's West Ham, but it looked good. It looked like we was back on that thing. And I just want to touch on something. The midfield, it wasn't balanced. Wise, I've heard a lot of
Stuart,
people talking about.
lovely. Stuart, sorry, Nat. Sorry. So
Yeah, go on.
passionate today. God bless you. Yeah. Stuart, thank you very much. Let's get on to this. Yeah. Nat said, balanced midfield, 6-8-10. 6-8-10. Right. Who are we taking? I want everyone to get into the comments now. Yeah. 6 is lad. There's no other 6 there. Yeah. Guerrero, Irene, whatever you want to call her, bless her, brilliant player, injured, whatever. She's not a 6. She's an 8. Yeah. Zellem is an 8. Tooney is a 10. Hinny is a 10. Yeah. Lisa is an 8. Yeah. So what 6 have we got there? The only 6 that we had there that is Jade Moore. Listen, come on, man. Come on. We'll just move that aside. So we've only got one DM. Yeah. Now, is that down to recruitment or is that down to ownership? I'll leave that out there. Yeah. I know what I think. I think it's both, actually, to be honest. Right. We can get away with playing Zellem, Hinny, and Tooney against the West Hams and whatnot. Right. But then when Melissa Phillips found out how we play, we drew 2-2 to Brighton. We drew to Leicester. Do you understand? In the WSL, this is not the men's game, right? You draw or you lose. It is vital or pivotal to our title challenges. This is the thing. This is the thing, right? So it's all good, everybody saying, and sorry, I'm just coming from a passionate point of view, but it's all good for everyone saying, well, do you know what? You shouldn't be manager out now or whatever. I'm telling you now, Skinner is not going to get us a title. Yeah? Let's go possessions. Let's go to the stats. Let's go to the stats, actually. 15 shots, 5 on target. 17 shots, 8 on target, right? We had 53% of the possession. As fans, you lot went there, and whatever we saw, 53% of the possession. Now, I want to know how much of the possession that we was doing it, playing it with Mary in the back line. Yeah, 53% to Man City's 47. We had a better passing accuracy, but we still lost 3-1. Right? Come on, mate. Come on. I'm not saying that he hasn't done well. So it's not a Skinner out channel. Come on, people. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we need to get to the next stage.
We do. People saying Hinny, people saying Skinner was backed, and he was backed. And he, people are saying, where's the 6? But why don't you buy one then? We know we were in for Cooney Cross. Why aren't they then getting someone in? And, Nam, what do you think midfield?
I just want to say that, as I was saying, that we played Leah at left back, and the thing is, Leah has played at left back. She played there for about 2 months, 3 seasons ago, and she was really good. But that was when we had Lad and Jackie in midfield, and those 2 players are amazing defensively, and so they helped her out. Right now, it's not, and now when you're going with Leah as a left back, when our defense is already struggling, and you don't change anything, and you actually now play Zalem as the only number 6. Lisa is really good, but again, she's much better offensively. She's not like a defensive player. And the thing is, like right now, I kind of, since the morning, like I was angry yesterday. I'm not angry right now. There's like a feeling of helplessness because you go back to to yesterday's match, you go back to this same match last season away at the Etihad, or you go back to any match where we have dropped points or we've had like a really bad performance, and you'll come back with the same conclusion. 3 years, same issues. Last season also we had the same issues. They have not been addressed. And you just think, well, what have we actually done to address that? All the time the changes are in terms of the players, but where are the tactics? Where's the structure? Where's the formation? Ona has left. Ona was such a great player for us last season. She helped us out in the first phase. She progressed in the first phase in the defensive side. She carried the ball through the midfield, and then she provided assists. She did the job of 3 players. One player did the job of 3 players, and we haven't replaced her in any of those 3 players. We don't have like Jade. Jade is a baby, right? She's just getting started. It'll take time for her to get there. We don't have a ball carrier in midfield, and I don't know, like even again, why are we playing Malad in right wing, right? So we had the chance to address all of this in the transfer window, and I'm really glad we signed Jay. I think she's been really good. I think Malad has been pretty good as well. I think Miyazawa, I thought was a panic signing, but she's turned out to be a pretty good player for us. We let go of Wilde Borisa and we signed Irina Guerrero. And now he's saying she's not ready defensively. Then why the hell did we sign her? She's a number six. Why did we sign a number six who is not good defensively when we already have a number six who's not good defensively? So, like the transfer strategy hasn't made any sense, and we've spent a lot of money on that this season. So, it's my head's hot now. Like,
Like
yeah,
Lanzell.
no strategy. Yeah.
Nam, brilliant. Love that. Agree with everything. Jade Riviere, right? Right. At MUWFCS, whoever you are, love you to bits, Man United fan. You got the stats on Jade, right? Played 45 minutes, 89% pass accuracy, 1 chance created. Yeah, forget all of that though. Let's get defensively now. 2 out of 2 successful dribbles, 3 out of 3 tackles won, 5 out of 5 grand jewels, right? And you telling me she can only play 45 minutes because of a knock? She's a Man United fan. Play her and let her play on her adrenaline. She would have played 90 minutes. Our best attacker, Leah Golton, is playing left back. Yeah, you brought in Evans, which you've played left back. Play people in their positions. Yeah, our 9 is Mallard. Yeah, Jay-Z on the right. I'm not saying Nikita shouldn't have started because she's done well, but let's look at the opposition as well. Okay, so we're gonna have a balanced argument here, but that's fine. There's no problems with the attack. Midfield balance 6, 8, 10, 6, 8, 10, 6, 8, 10, mate. Yeah, against the top 3, we lose the battle in the midfield. We said that the last stream. We said, what is he going to play? He went with Zelem, he went with Lisa, and he went with Tooney. Yeah, I'm going to speak on Tooney in a bit when that's ready. Yeah, but we need to start talking about Lioness FC. We need to cut this out. And that will actually move on to as well about people wanting to go there just to sign shirts and whatever. If you want the women's game, yeah, to be for the women to actually get the money they deserve, we need rivalry. We need atmosphere. Do you understand? This is not let me bring my mum to the game. That's all done now last year's season, mate. Yeah? I want to win trophies. I want to win titles. I've not beat Chelsea. I've lost. Listen, trust me. So let's get into it. Come on.
Go for it then, Lanzell, because I agree. 6, 8, 10. Why are we not playing it? Why, Vicky's coming out here and saying 3-5-2. Why are we not seeing that? Why are we not seeing a 4-3-3 against bigger teams? The way he played last year is attacking fullbacks, but we didn't get any. All we have is Jade. And like you say, I agree. Jade would have played till the end. So why are we not seeing that? Why are we not, like what Nam says, Honor was the girl. Honor was the girl. Honor did everything for us. So who's there to replace Honor? Honor's irreplaceable. I was listening to Mina. She had a podcast called La Carrington. Go listen to it. It's really good because that's what she's saying. Honor is irreplaceable. You're never going to find a fullback that's going to do those 3 jobs, but you need to get in the people to do those jobs, especially when you're not making any changes in yourself. So tactically, like you said at the start, you're getting outclassed by Gareth Taylor because every manager knows the way that we play, and we're playing the same way. We've got different styles of players
the same
now,
subs. The same
way.
subs as well. Yeah, don't get me wrong though. The subs changed it when we looked a bit different when there was 10. There was down to 10. But even down to 10, we didn't do nothing, and we had 11 minutes extra time. So really and truly, we had 22 minutes to change the game, and we couldn't change the game. 3-1 at Old Trafford. I'm sorry, that is inexcusable. That's a sackable offense, mate. Gareth Taylor, mate. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Come on.
I agree. And listen,
Jill Road. All he bought was Jill Road. That's all he bought. He just bought Jill Road. You're telling me Jill Road is flipping Alexa Putellas, mate? I'm not saying she's a bad player. Sorry, Jill, if you're watching. I'm not saying you're a bad player. You're a brilliant player. You know what I mean? But come on, man. Do you know what I mean? Come on, man. We bought like 6, 7 players to play as a team to make sure that we try and challenge and get a silverware, yeah? And they just bought Jill Road. and everyone was saying that Taylor should be sacked, and he beat us 3-1 at home, where we scored over 12, 13 goals in 2 games, and we just dominated possession. So what are we then? Are we second place FC? Standards,
Yeah.
mate. Standards, people. Standards.
No, I agree. And it's just like, you touched on something. I don't know what you think, Nam, because a lot of people now are saying, we have been losing that midfield battle for a while. I think someone said something about Zellum's not a 6. And this one here, 7, Halsai 3. I hope I've said your name right. But Hinney is the reason we won the last 2 games. And, it's hard because I don't want to start throwing. I don't want it to be, oh, you're bashing this player, you're bashing that player. We're not bashing anyone, but
No.
people are saying we need a 6. By Oberdorf, what Mary did.
I with that, Vic. Listen. Listen. I get paid 27th. I'll give my whole wages to you, mate, to buy Oberdorf. I'm telling you, I love that person. And Lorena Fazer. You lot don't even listen. Lorena Fazer. Yeah, trust me. PSG. Mate, that's the signing, and Payor as well. That's it. But then would he play Payor? He might have to say, "Oh, do you know what? You're not used to the style of play in WSL."
But I mean, what do you think it is? What do you think it is, Nam? What? Obviously, he's got his favourites, hasn't he? Let's, Lionel, whatever. He's got his favourites that will always play. And I feel like when Jade couldn't play, and instead of, like we were saying, instead of actually playing players in the position, he's trying to get everyone in. And I think, you know what? I think Nikita deserved to start, period. Like, that's what I would have said. Nikita starts, yeah? But then for me, you have to drop Mallard or Jace, because for me, I don't think you should play them both. And I think he's trying to shove everyone in, and it's not working. So what do you think, Nam?
I think he's panicking. I think it just shows what an effect Martin Ho had on our squad last season, because suddenly he looks like he's out of ideas. We don't look like a well-coached team at all, and we're definitely missing Martin massively right now. And I think, like somebody said, we should get Oberdorf. Like, imagine we get Oberdorf and he plays her as a number 10, or he says that she's not ready for defensive part in WSL. Like, WSL is not Bundesliga, and she has to have a 6-month internship before we can start playing her, because that's what he does. And for me, the problem is, we've heard a lot from Mark for the last 2.5 years. My system, the way I want us to play, the Man United way, all of those things. We don't have a style of play. If you look at the 3 seasons, we've played differently in all of those 3 seasons. The only thing that is common in all the 3 seasons is that we play out from the back. And mate, everyone plays out from the back these days. Bristol City try to play out from the back. They're not very good at it, but they try to do that. So what exactly is his style of play? And the thing is, if he's Pep Guardiola and he's built like this foundation where the system is there, and like if we had that solid foundation, even if one player who's a fullback had left, it should not have made that big of a problem for us. But the fact that one player leaves and the whole system is up in smoke, that just says that he has no philosophy, he has no style of play. And the thing is, I don't have a problem with that, because 99% of football is like that. You have the players and you play according to that. But then I don't want a manager who comes on and then says that, we have to play the Manchester United way, my way of playing. When we sign any young player in Europe, somebody like Grace Clinton, somebody like Evie Rabjohn, they have to spend like 6 months, 1 year just doing nothing before they are tasked to play. Like, Grace Clinton is having an amazing season for Tottenham Hotspur. Are you saying she would not have done well if she had stayed at United? She would have solved a lot of our problems in midfield if we had played her. But we don't trust her. He does not trust her. He doesn't trust those players. And for me, again, as I say, there is no system, there is no style of play. And at least nothing that I can see. Maybe, I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
I've not seen a style, and even last year, I don't know the style of play. I just know it was Honor.
Yeah.
Honor, like you were saying, Honor Bache FC. Yeah.
It was set pieces on Rachel Williams. That's it.
Yeah, that was it. But this is our style of play. It is to just play it around, hope, bring Rachel Williams on back.
He's possession based, isn't he? He's possession based. That's how the game's going at the moment, right? And I'm not gonna bash him in the sense where like, okay, cool. In certain games, we've dominated games. You know, last 2 games we dominated game, but what people don't understand, look at the opposition. We never beat Chelsea. We should have hanged on against Arsenal. And obviously it was a worldie, but was it a worldie though? Now, I'm sorry, but it's a debate now, right? Mary, 9 goals in 7 games, and last season she only let in 12. What's that saying then? Is she unsettled then?
I think so.
What's
Yeah,
going on?
I think so. I think she wants to leave, or I don't know what's going on. I think the girls are definitely feeling the impact of the takeover of the what's going on, because I think they don't know what's going on. I think everyone's
But
in
the
the
thing is
dark as
that
much.
though, yeah. The thing is that, yeah. I like as a fan, yeah, and I'll only speak for myself here, people. Yes, don't go on social media and go into Nam's comments or Natalie's comments or whatever. Come into mine if you want to. Yeah, this is my opinion, please. Yeah, right. I get this big bravado, United way. This is what we're gonna do. The girls are doing great, etc., etc. Right, and then we're conceding 9 and 7. Yeah, we're losing 3-1. We're drawing 2-2. Willie Kirk outplayed Skinner. Leicester, relegation. 22 games in a season. 22 games in a season, my friend. Please listen to me. 22 games. We're 7 points away from Chelsea. Chelsea have got the title already. I'm telling you now. We're playing for top 3. Top 3. Top 3. That's okay because we're 6 years into our project. Yeah? Come on, people. Let's be serious here. Let's be serious. Let's be serious. We're not going to get the Mallards or the Jay-Z's or anything else like that. If we're not in Champions League, that's one. Yeah? Yes, players want to play for us because of our name, yeah? But we need to make sure that the standards are high. Yeah? There's a divide with the fan base, yeah? Back the manager and don't worry about the results or whatever. But at the same time, you can back the manager, but I personally feel you're backing him blindly because these are the same things that happen. Listen, we'll go to Everton and smash them 7 or 6 or whatever. We'll go to Bristol's and do all that, yeah? But when it really matters, no silverware, no Champions League, or maybe scrape Champions League. But that means Chelsea win the title for their 7th or 8th successive season. Taylor will still be in his job because he gets let out from Shaw, Hemp, and Chloe, right? And then you got Jonas, who I won't even speak on in regarding to their fans, mate. Yeah, right? Steena's doing him a flipping madness. Yeah, but, you know what I mean? Like, so this is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's like, listen, the Lioness FC thing as well. We'll step on that in a minute, but that needs to drop as well because I'm sorry. I saw something. Sorry, my friends. Oh no. So sorry. Right. So Izzy Christian said that there needs to be a sacrifice for a 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have a 6, which is Lad. So Zellem doesn't get dropped because she's captain. Okay. So then does that mean that we drop Tooney then? Because Hinny was in form and got dropped for the biggest game of our life. Does that make sense? So what happens there then? This is what the manager's supposed to be. You are supposed to make the big decisions. Why did you overthinked? You overthinked. If Jade can't play 45 minutes, don't put Leah there. Put Leah in her position. You bought Evans. Bring Evans there then. You played Evans at left back, didn't you? Don't you trust her then? Why can't you move Maya to the right? Oh, frustrated, guys.
Yeah, I can tell it. I can feel it. I mean, let's just talk. I mean, I don't want to start saying, "Oh, you're bashing this one." It's not about that. It's about us voicing our opinion. And I do agree. We need to be able to voice it, and we need to be able to do it. And no matter what people say, "Oh, you've got to black the manager," I do think it's blind. I think you should be able to say things aren't going right, and they're not. We all saw it. It's not going right, and like what you've said, this has been years. It's been happening. And I think my guy here is saying it. For me, Cobello Montanle is no one going to talk about Ella's poor performance against the big 3. he thinks it's time to sell Mary Earps, Galton. Like, listen, whoa,
Whoa,
get
whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry,
younger
Cabello.
players.
Cabello, mate, you've got a few names in there wrong. Yeah. You're not selling. Leo's our best attacker, mate.
Yeah, but
Listen. We'll agree to disagree, but come on,
yeah, yeah,
come on, mate. It's your top three in the league. Are you crazy?
yeah.
Love it
HR
though.
saying
Love it
if
though.
Mary wants to go, let her go. Bring in Fallon up to speed. I mean, let's talk about it
You
now.
know what?
Because, no, let me
Controversial one
do
on
one.
Fallon. Sorry,
Go on.
Sorry. So excited,
Go
guys.
on.
I'll be honest with you. Sorry about this. Yeah, so much pending anger. Yeah, not anger, but frustration because it's United, isn't it? Fallon. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, Fallon did have a heart in mouth moment. Yeah, because she comes out and she don't give a whatever. Like,
He's
you know
like
what I mean?
Neuer,
So
you know.
listen, I'm for Fallon playing, yeah, but I'm gonna be like, well, do you know what? There is mistakes in Fallon.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, I just want to talk on what Lanzell was saying about it is that Lioness FC and thing, isn't it? But it is that the case of not just Lioness, but there's people who will play, and no matter what another player does well, the players will still play. I mean, I just want to touch on something. People said Lisa didn't have a great game, and I'm backing Lisa. And you know what? I was backing Lisa. I knew she would start. Maybe she shouldn't have started. Yeah, okay. Maybe she didn't have a great game, but I just think that when you're pulling players in and out, in and out, in and out, they're not really getting that consistency together. And for me, it should be the 6, 8, and the 10, the 9 and the 9, the wingers on the wing. That's what we should see. And now I just want to know, like, I suppose your opinion on the players that are playing and maybe not playing to the best of their ability all every game, but they're still sort of in that
I
starting
think
lineup no
with
matter what.
I think with Lisa, it's not as simple because against Everton in Conti Cup, she had an amazing game, and she had an amazing game because she had Lad beside her. I think it was Lad as the
Yeah,
number
it was
six,
Lad.
and I get it. It's Everton in the Conti Cup, and people will say, okay, it will not work out in WSL, but we will not know that it works out in WSL till we try that in WSL. And the thing is, Zellum, again, I'm not slating Zellum because it's not her decision to start herself, but you have to have another combination. The problem is we have three spots in midfield, two of them are fixed. So Zellum and Tooney are always going to play, which means the third spot is where you can experiment. So he's bringing Miyazawa, he's bringing in Lisa, he's trying to bring in Lad, and it's never consistent, and he's still not finding the right solution. So I didn't watch the West Ham game because it was Diwali and I couldn't watch it. But for me, but even then, I like heard from people that West Ham, we did not completely dominate West Ham. Like West Ham had their moments against us. The one performance we've had where we were absolutely brilliant was against Everton in Conti Cup. So why don't you try that midfield? So Bristol City, right? I think the next match we have in WSL is against Bristol City. Start the same midfield, right? And for God's sake, try to figure out the defensive structure. And we've always had this problem of a few players who are going to play, but as I said, if you fix two players in your midfield, you're not going to find any solutions. At least drop one of them and try to work out where you want to play. Like if you think Zellum is important because she's really good at set pieces, unfortunately, Tooney makes way. Tooney hasn't been playing that well. Tooney has played, I think, well for 1.5 matches, but she hasn't. And Miyazawa has played well. So is it fair on Miyazawa that she comes on, she plays really well, but then she isn't given a chance in the games that matter? And I just and even against when you, as you said, Mia's Malad is not a right wing. All the goals that she has scored have been in the box because she has a number 9 instincts. So what we should try is to get her as near the box as possible, but instead we play her at right wing. And the reason we play her at right wing is because he wants to play Jayze as a number 9, and he doesn't even play her as a proper number 9 because she has to drop back in midfield. And why does she have to drop back in midfield? Because the midfield is not good enough. So we're actually trying to play with 3.5 midfielders, and Jays has to overcome a lot of issues that the other midfielders have. And because of that, even our attack, we haven't scored as many. Like if you take the games against West Ham and Everton, we have struggled to score goals. The only game we have won, apart from these, is Aston Villa, and even then, we scored in extra time with Rachel Williams, but we did not really look that great even after the red card. And in the derby, right, the same situation happened last season at the Etihad. The same situation. They had a red card. I think it was Roebuck who had the red card, and they were down to 10 players, and we weren't able to score any goal because again he did not change the tactics. He did not change the players. He has a pre-planned substitutions, and he will make them no matter what the situation is. As Lanzel is saying, you know, players are great, but then look at the opposition, look at what they're actually doing and respond to that. Don't just like go out and make the same substitutions every single time. You might have the favorites, but now Skinner's job is on the line. So he has to, like, right now is the time, my man, for you to actually get serious and play the team that's the best team that can win and not just play your favorites.
This is what I'm saying, and I mean, I think Sun Devil sort of backs up. I think you have to do more. You have to, come out your shell. I mean, he's playing. He dropped Ellie Roebuck. We know, big lioness, big player, and Sun Devil saying
Yeah.
drop
I'll
Mary
just say
now. Really.
I'll just say something on Mary, right?
Mm.
So I have always backed Mary from the start. Like even when she wasn't playing that well, I have backed her. But this season she hasn't played well. Every single game there's an error. She's still making some really good saves, and I think if she hadn't made those saves, we might have been like 4-1 at halftime. So she's doing well, but then she's also making a lot of errors. It's like her mind isn't there. It's like her heart isn't there, and uh, you know, Lanzell said like Fallon, she came out and she's a bit like a sweeper keeper and all of that. But I'll just say Rambo was like that when she was playing with us. And then she went out at Everton. She got consistent playing style and she was amazing. She got called up to the Lionesses. So this was the first game there where she played and she didn't really have to do that much. So then we're playing Bristol City. Why not play her in WSL? Because we don't know if Mary is going to stay or not. So your only option right now is to make sure Fallon is the number one, and you're not going to do that if you keep playing her in Conti Cup against B teams of other WSL teams. You have to play her in WSL. You have to get her used to playing in the league. But we're still not doing that. We have to make this decision. Does Mary want to stay, or does she not want to stay? If she does not want to stay, we have to think about her future, and we have to play players who are going to be there next season.
100%, 100%. People are saying Skinner's never going to change. We're never going to be serious with Skinner. People said Skinner out. I seen you, Eldon. I put it out. And listen, I'm about people want to talk. If people think that, I mean, I've heard other people saying maybe it's not the time. It's tough. I never like to see anyone losing their job, or this and that. But I do think if we're never going to be there while he's doing this, and I think, like you say, the time's now to change it up to maybe drop some of them favourites. I don't know, but it's hard. It's hard to know. Is there anything else, guys? I know these two guys have got the lists. I've just got sort of.
Yeah, we're in. We're going in with it. Right, Tooney's form. Because she is our poster girl now that Russo's left, isn't she? Does everyone agree with that, or am I wrong in saying that?
Yeah.
She's our poster girl, isn't she? Right. So, like I said before, everyone wants the women's game to grow. Everyone wants the players to get paid the money that they should be paid. Yeah. But then this is what happens when you lose 3-1 at home. Yeah. You get fans that are not happy. Yeah. Not saying that they're not good players. They are good players. But you get fans that are not happy. And at the end of the day, right, Tooney has magic in her. Do you know what I mean? She does. Right. But she hasn't been the informed player in a 10. She hasn't. No one could tell me why we bench Hinnie. No one could tell me why we bench that player. Okay. Then 70 minutes, I said, Rachel Williams come on. I think she came on 73rd or something, or 74th or something. Why, as fans, are we predicting, like Nam said, what the substitutions are going to be? You understand what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Emma's sitting there now. even Melissa probably might be sitting there on the away trip, like, yeah, you're gonna put on Rachel Williams at 70 minutes. You'll put on Luis Garcia at that time as well. You might play Hiragawa because you think that we're a lesser team. All this kind of stuff. Like, we need some sort of consistency in regarding to be brave, Mark. Yes, if you know what, if you was brave and you lost 3-1, I could understand. But you didn't go to your principles. The occasion got to you. The occasion got to you. Because why do you change a winning team? It doesn't make sense to me. You like in your midfield to play Zellem, Kenny, Tooney. Golden would have been on the left. You said Jade wasn't right for 45 minutes. So you bring in your signing, who you played on the left, which is Gemma Evans then. Or why don't you mix it then and put Maya out? Put Evans in the middle then as a left centre back. That do something. You know what I mean? Leah at left back, we just killed her for 45 minutes because she can't get up and down the wing. She can't go at the winger, the fullback. Like, what is going on? HR, I agree with you on there. I agree with you on that one. Ricky, I agree with you on that one as well. Yeah. So at the end of the day, right, my frustration is the fact that I personally feel that he went against his principles and the possession thing did not happen. When we all know, everybody knows we play from the back. Sorry for ranting, guys. Everybody knows we play from the back, right? And straight away, Hemp, Shaw, Kelly pressing. Why can't you see that within the first 10 minutes? Beat the press then. Hit it long then if you've got to do it. Like, what are you doing? Change it up. Even if you start someone and you have to sub them in 10 minutes. I don't care. It's about winning the game. If we won the game yesterday, right, we would have been clear. I would have said we're getting Champions League. By the top of that, we got title aspirations. It's not just about Champions League. We can get Champions League this season and still not get into the Champions League. This is the problem, guys. Yeah? Oh, we got Champions League football. Well, we got kicked out by PSG. Yeah? The person that we had in our midfield, Maestro, was running the show. This is the thing. What are we doing? We need to be in the group stage. We need to be there. You understand? This sentimental stuff in women's football now needs to be stopped. Yeah? Football is football. Whether it's Man United women, whether it's Man United men, whether it's the academy, football is football. And I'm sorry, but the women are going to get the same criticism as the way that I would criticize Bruno, Rashford, Onana, and everybody else. Football is football. Under the Man United banner, we are all equal. We are all one. Simple. We need to win. The thing is, the women would actually win more silverware than the men. That's another thing, though.
Let's not get there.
Come on, man. We need to read as fans. I'm not saying everyone says to me, "Oh, overreaction," or "Oh, because it's a derby, it's a derby." But would you say it's overreaction if it was the men's team?
No,
you wouldn't.
No,
you'll see a lot of things. So why is it the same as the women's then? Come on, we should have been winning that 3-1, 3-1. PE Gareth Taylor schooled Skinner 3-1. And why? We conceded a goal. Sorry for ranting. Sorry.
No.
We scored a goal. Right? We scored the penalty. We didn't even score a goal, so it wasn't even from open play. Yeah, we scored a penalty. Yeah. Then they scored, Jill Roord, and then within a minute we concede again.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Where's this brilliant communication that we had last season? Let me explain again. Mary only conceded 12 goals last season. She's already conceded 9. We had the Arsenal link. She's already conceded 9 in 7. Now, it's not just her, it's the defense as well. And I was a bit skeptical on Gabby George, but maybe we are missing Gabby. Who knows? That's hypothetical. However, it's still the same back line except for Honor not being there.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. Skinner, if you're
Nam,
watching this, mate, just play
go
the
on.
players in their best position and just make sure you got to make a decision on the midfield. You have to. You either drop one or two of the players. I'm not going to say names. You know what I'm talking about. But Lad now has to stick there with the six. So you either go with Lad and whoever you think should be the 8 or whatever. And I'll just give you one thing. Guys in the comments, yeah? When we look at England, if we're talking about lionesses, yeah, guys in the comments, just comment on this and tell me what you think. Why doesn't she play a certain player in that England midfield? What is it? Because she's competing with Kira Walsh? She's been playing out of her position anyway. Yeah, Tooney plays. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen,
Stat padding is not the one. We got so many players that can play and can do free kicks and can do corners and that can control games. We've got players in that squad right now that can control games. Don't give me this. Oh, stat padding, control games, ABC. Let's go back to the stats. We had 53% possession. 47 was Man City at the end of the day. So what did we do with that possession? I want to know about the progressive passes moving forward. Did anyone in our midfield do a progressive pass moving forward? Pass
I can't remember.
accuracy 76% to City's 74. But where was the pass accuracy? Was it at the back line? Because it wasn't hurting City, was it?
And when it mattered, we did
Anyway.
not have the pass accuracy in the third goal. So
Yeah. Nam, Lanzell shut the place down for us, yeah? Shut it down. He said it. I can't
Mate.
say anything. You know, I can't say anything.
Fuming, mate.
Guys are commenting.
Fuming.
What's your view, Nam?
I think Lanzal is pretty correct. I just want to say one thing. I think Maya hasn't been that great this season, and I think the reason why we're struggling is also because of that. And I wouldn't say it's just Maya's fault because she doesn't have Ona at right back. She doesn't have Lad as the DM. But this is what I'm talking about, right? He doesn't adapt to the situation because Mary, as we said, right, we have conceded a lot of goals. We struggle to keep clean sheets. So our very first priority should be to sort that defense out. And that doesn't just mean shuffling defenders, that means setting up the entire team to make sure we keep clean sheets, right? We don't do that. Instead, we take off the defensive midfielder that we have, right? The priority for us right now is no matter who you have to take off Zellum, you have to take off Lisa, whatever, but strengthen that defense. Make sure that if we go to Chelsea at Kingsmeadow, if we are asked to defend for our life for 90 minutes, we are able to defend for our lives for 90 minutes because right now it doesn't look like we'll even survive like 10 minutes against Emma Hayes Chelsea, right? So, and we've already played City, we've already played Arsenal. The next time, the only game till Christmas, I don't even know when we play Chelsea, but what we need to do right now is till Christmas, strengthen the defense, make sure we're not conceding because we have lost or dropped points. The only wins we've had is against teams that are battling relegation. Everton and West Ham are 10th and 11th. Even against mid-table sides, we have conceded goals. So, that is what's required. And listen, I think Lord said something where he said that we talk about favoritism in midfield, and I think I can sort of understand if he has favorites because you are human. Every manager has favorites. My problem is I think he genuinely thinks those two are the best players to be played in midfield. Like he genuinely thinks Zellum is the best player to be played at number 6, and he thinks Tooney is genuinely the player to be played at number 10, and they're undroppable. Because that has a bigger problem. That means his fundamentals aren't correct. Like the way he's seeing the game and the way we are seeing the game is very different. And that means he's not going to change. That means no matter what happens, even if his job is on the line, he's not going to change. And for me, that is the problem. He doesn't see that there is a problem in midfield. If he saw that there was a problem in midfield, Wilde Boerisa would still be playing at Manchester United. We would not have let Jackie Cronin go. And let me just say, of all the players who've left us, Onabate, Russo, Mary wants to leave. Jackie Cronin was the only one where we did not reject a bid. The first bid that came in, we let her go. That means he did not want her in the squad. And the fact that if you think that a player like Jackie Cronin is not required while the midfielders that we have are required, that just shows you that I don't know, the way he thinks, the way he wants to play. Like, this is not NWSL, mate. Like, NWSL, the whole league plays a certain way, right? He went there with his European tactics, with his European technicalities, etc. And the players found it difficult to get used to it. But this is not NWSL. The way you want us to play is what every top team in Europe should be able to play. You're not like bringing in something unique. You're not bringing an innovation to football. You're literally playing the way every top team is supposed to play. But we're not able to play. I actually think his style of football, whatever it is, when we do play well, it looks really good. It looks much better than Casey ever did. But the problem is, because he's so rigid, because he wants to play certain players, we're not able to see that style of play. And it's his fault and his fault only. Because at times when we have played, we have looked brilliant. We've played beautiful football. But right now we're not doing that because of his rigidity. He doesn't want to change. He changed in Conti Cup, and I think he's a lot more and I think we will see the best football in Conti Cup this season, because
Yeah.
in Conti Cup he's not afraid to make a change. He managed the whole game against Everton perfectly, from the subs, from the starting lineup, everything, because he doesn't have that pressure. But when it comes to the league, that's when, you know, it kind of goes away for him.
Okay
Yeah.
then. Well, listen, sorry.
No, go on.
Oh, sorry. So basically, okay then. All right then. Everyone in the comments get involved as well, please. Yeah. Right. We all said that this is Skinner's season to make sure that we get a trophy, right? Right. And also to challenge for the title, because we were second, right? And if we don't challenge for the title, we're expecting to be in the Champions League qualifier, because we're not in the Champions League, the what we call the Champions League, because of how things are in the game at the moment, which I'm hoping should be changing. So if UEFA are looking at this as well, you need to start changing that as well. We like trying to push that as well, right? Anyway, so what happens then if we get a Conti Cup or a FA Cup, right? But then he finishes fifth. Should he still keep his job?
No.
Because to me, he shouldn't.
No. It's
way.
third and a cup. It's third and a cup. It's third
It's
and a
Champions
cup.
League and a cup. Minimum.
Oh, what the only thing I do is 2 cups. If he got both cups and finished fourth, it's not good enough, but I can accept it. But
I don't even know about that one, mate. Listen, you know what it is, yeah? How are we gonna get the Payors, yeah, the Oberdorfs, the people that we're dreaming of in our team, if we're not in the prestigious cups? Do you understand what I'm saying? And another thing is as well, what I wanna get everyone's opinion on, right? I had a conversation with someone on Twitter yesterday, right? And I was saying about bring Casey Stoney back. Casey would actually get a lot out of this team, right? And obviously, I got a bit of backlash for it, right? But what I'm trying to say is, though, yeah, I'm not trying to bash the manager or anything like that. But yes, Mark, if you're listening, or anybody else that's listening, I am frustrated, so it is what it is. Yeah, I'm big enough, old enough, and bold enough to say what it is. Yeah, this has nothing to do with the channel. It's my opinions only. If anybody wants to come at me, come at me. You don't come at Nat. You don't come at Nam. You don't come at anyone in regard to the channel. They're just giving me an opportunity for me to speak, and I very, very much appreciate that I can speak, because this is my frustration, right? Casey, people play for Casey. If you look at our recruitment, I won't say no names, but if you look at our recruitment under Casey, before we was spending money, right? People came to play for Casey. Now, yes, we've got Jay-Z and etc., but was they Marc Skinner signings or were they club signings? That's my thing, right? When you go to Chelsea and people say, "Oh, Emma's why I came to play. I came to play under Emma, basically." Yeah, but when you hear our signings, it's like, "Oh well, I was a childhood fan from the club from a long time." So it doesn't matter who the manager is. It's because it's like, I love United because I'm a United fan. I'm a United fan. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is, yeah, because we're getting into that era in regarding to what we want as a team, what we want to do to progress, to move forward and get results, to actually win a title, yeah, we need to come out of this sentiment about everybody loves United. At the end of the day, have we got the pull, if we come fourth or fifth, that somebody would come to play for the manager? That's what I want to know.
No, no, I'm sorry, I don't think we do. Namra, I don't know what you think. I think
Yeah.
when we saw the interviews, when people came, a lot of it was, I've not even spoke to the manager yet, or I've had a side conversation with the manager. I think the manager, from what I know of the conversations, I don't think the manager was even part of it. Yes, he might have, highlighted, but I think when it was the negotiations, it was, your Polly's, your Sam Barnett, your whoever else, whatever his name is, Harvey Bushell. It's these guys doing the recruitment. Whereas we know with Ten Hag, he's going and picking out who he wants. Whereas Mark, I think it's more a case of the clubber selecting. And I think, like I said, I think it's a group decision. I think it's, Mark was probably involved in it, other people, Polly, so I do think they're all sitting together and selecting names and then, going down. But, if it's a case of, let's have chats and who am I choosing? They're choosing Emma, they're choosing this, they're choosing that, But I mean, who has got that pull maybe in the WSL? Has Jonas? I don't think so. Has Gareth? I
No.
don't think
Swedish
so.
players he has.
Carla Ward,
But,
even
Wardy
though,
has a pull them extra.
yeah. Ward, listen, people will play for Wardy. Listen, do not sleep on Wardy. Yeah, I know the results are not there or whatever, but let me tell you something. Yeah, Rachel Daly don't leave Houston Dash to come and play for Aston Villa if Carla doesn't make her. Do you know what I mean? And she was she was a top goal scorer, mate. This is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I'm not comparing the two. All I'm saying is, yeah, our recruitment policy to other clubs' recruitment policy is very different. Yes, he's a coach. So maybe who he wanted or what he wanted, maybe he didn't get. And they said, right, with this money, we're going to get these players and you have to coach them, which I understand, yeah. However, we've spent the most money this season for you to get a title, not for you to come second, not for you to come third. I don't want Conti Cup runner-up. I don't want FA Cup runner-up. I need a trophy. I need Champions League proper, right, for progression. And this is the standard that we need to keep. And if we can't keep to that standard, then the game would never move on. Because it'll be like, okay, do you know what? I'll take my niece and a nephew to the game and just have a laugh and they won, they drew, whatever. No, this is not how the game moves on. Players are demanding top fees for wages, for image rights, etc. We need to demand the top results for the top. Like WSL to me, right, is the Premier League of women's football. Okay, that's my opinion. All right, and I think it's only going to get better. You can see this year as well, Brighton, Leicester, improving. You can see there's investment into the game. But us as Man United fans, yeah, we need to keep that standard high because we know under the ownership that we have, we can easily slip to a 5th or 6th in the league. Yes, we had a good season last season. Yes, I was there when we lost 1-0. Was it 1-0 or 2-0? I forgot. But for Chelsea, heartbreaking. Understand me? But we played our best football for 45 minutes. Or 45 minutes is not a 90-minute game. We should not be losing to Gareth Taylor, Man City. We should not. If anything, we should be drawing it then, right? We had at least 20 minutes to get back into that game. This is what annoys me. So much chances on the build-up. The possession says and the stats say this and the possession says that and we're doing well than last season or whatever. So why are we not having a shot on target then for 20 minutes then? Why are we putting on Rachel Williams? Listen, Rach, you've been brilliant though. Don't get me wrong, you've been brilliant. So I'm not having to like you, Rach. But what I'm trying to say is premeditated subs, mate. Why not put, listen, Jade can't play, so why not put Evie there then? Why not put Rabjon there then and say, listen, go for it. Sink or swim. Sink or swim, girl. Let's go.
Yeah. What I will say about that is Evie's in a boot currently. in an injury. So
How
I
is
don't know
it?
what's
Oh,
going
okay.
on with our injuries. With the men's team, they're quite bad as well. So we need to definitely be looking at that.
We signed that Arsenal doctor, and their
Yeah,
curse is transferred over to us. So that's what happened, I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, he's
Um,
probably talking to the PR team with Arsenal, saying, "Look, I'm doing you a good job."
mm. But listen, I want to touch on something. I'm going to cut you up now, Lanzel. I'm going to have a go, and I'm going to Nam can come in on what she thinks, and then she can say what she wants to say as well, just in response to it all. Because I've seen this comment. Oh, I'm looking for it. My guy, he said it here. Recall Grace Clinton now. And listen, I'm not saying do it now because I think she's playing. We talked about it, how well she's doing. We want to see her get those minutes. I think she wants to get those minutes, but she is someone, in my opinion, that can change our game. That can play as an 8, can play as a 10. Hell, she could probably even play as a 6, but she will be that box to box kind of thing. I think Lisa is that box to box thing, but she needs someone a bit stronger next to her. Whereas I think potentially Grace and Zelen probably would look good in that middle. Sun Devil's already saying let Grace develop. I think they've got a good coach, Spurs. Nam, what do you think, I suppose, about Grace and then just what we've just been saying overall?
I think I don't think I will recall Grace because she will 100% get much more minutes at Spurs than she will ever get here. But I think we should have a plan in place when we get her next season because we have a lot of midfielders. And if you look at the midfield right now and knowing, and let's say Skinner is the manager next season and he has his favorites, as we say, two positions are fixed. So where is Clinton going to play? Maybe she'll be the third midfielder and she will actually play, but she's a lioness now, so that's going in her favor. But like again, I think she plays on the left wing for Spurs most of the time. She doesn't actually play in the midfield that much, but I think she has the skills and the qualities to play as a 10 or as a number 8. Uh, and I think Grace Clinton is the one who we've actually managed well. We sent her to Bristol last season when they were in a title charge in the championship. She did really well. We've sent her to Spurs. She's doing really well there. So I wouldn't recall her, but I think if she does get here under Mark, we'll still have the same problems. We'll still be here 1 year down the line saying, why is Clinton not starting? Or why does he have favorites and so on? So, uh, but the thing is, when we're talking about Casey Stoney, I just think, it's probably not the right time to bring Casey Stoney in. I think we need proven winners in European football. Uh, but this thing that but again, staying on Casey Stoney here, she had a very clear recruitment plan. Every single season, the pattern was the same. She would sign one or two world class players. So she signed Jackie Gronin the first time. She signed, settled players like Ladd. She signed Mary Earps in that first season in WSL. She signed Tobin Heath and Kristen Press in her second season. And every time she will sign some players who have been in mid table clubs and they're solid players. So again, Ladd, Staniforth, and so on. And she will sign young players who have the potential to be really great players. So she signed Russo, she signed Ona the first season in WSL. And in the second season, in the second season is where she signed all of these people. So, and the thing is, when she signed these players, she intended to play them. So she signed them knowing they will be a part of her squad. She didn't think, oh, Ona is not ready, so I'm going to play Kirsty Smith there and maybe play her in Conti Cup. No, first match was Chelsea. She brought her wrong. Ona had an amazing game, and that was the only game where we've taken points off Chelsea. So I think again, Mark needs to take more risk, but I think he says a lot about being a Manchester United player. I need people to be Manchester United player. Need to play as a Manchester United way. I think he needs to understand what being a Manchester United manager is all about. Why is it that we don't really see any academy players get debuts in Conti Cup? That is the biggest value of Manchester United. you know we've never had this situation where you have to have 6 months internship before you can make a debut. That's something that he's brought along. That's never been United way. Before the, and one more thing I want to say
No.
is that before the derby, right, uh, during the press conference, he made one comment which I took it really badly. So he said, "We're going to Old Trafford, so we can't play counter-attack football. We have to play. That is not our way." I wanted to say, if you look at the most iconic goals that have been scored at Old Trafford, they have been counter-attack goals. So he doesn't understand our way. He doesn't understand what United is all about. He doesn't understand what the fans are all about. And I think if he understood that, he would know that even if results are not going our way, but if we actually play the way Manchester United wants to play, the fans will like that. But he's not doing that. And our way, United way, has never been about just playing English players and hyping up English players all the time. United is a club where you can be from any nationality and you can be the star. Bruno Fernandes is the captain right now. He's our Magnifico. Ronaldo was again a Portuguese player. So the way we're running the women's team, and again it comes down from the owners, because there's no single philosophy behind the whole club. There's no one club mentality. Women's team is separate from the men's team, so you can do whatever you want to do. We can have firecrackers at Old Trafford. We can have a light show at Old Trafford. We can have Man City fans in the Stretford End singing, like they don't care, right? So this philosophy has to come from the club, but they're not doing that, and that's why you have people in the women's team doing things their own way, and there's no structure, there's no identity about Manchester United. And I think that's what we need. And that's why I'm hoping with the new ownership coming in that we will finally get that, because we have better facilities. Mark has been given more money than Casey ever had, and she actually built a team from scratch. Uh, but once again, I don't think deep down, genuinely, they still give women's team as much importance as the men's team. Because if they did, the summer we had right now would never have happened.
In what respect? In what respect do you mean that? In terms of the late signings, or
I think the late signings. I think, like, because of the number of players that we signed. Number one, people seem to think it was a great window, but you realize we were in a situation where we had a full preseason with about four players who were always going to leave, and we brought in four players on the last day of the transfer window who did not have a preseason for us. So we found it really difficult to integrate the players. How can you let that happen? We let that happen because the recruitment team was busy with the men's team. When the Mason Greenwood saga happened, right, the club did not help out. The club did not step in to stop the abuse that our Lionesses players were facing. And I think it's stuff like this, when you don't have a clear strategy, when you don't have a clear messaging, when you don't feel the women's team are a part of the whole club. This is the reason why there are fans who can come out publicly and say, Mary Ups did not sign my shirt. Tooney did not sign my shirt. Why are they not finding a solution to that? Man City have at least tried a fan zone where people can get the shirt signed. What is United doing, right? And we're a much bigger club than Man City. So I think, yeah, our issues are there on the field, but the ownership situation hopefully needs to bring fresh energy here. Because you know, again, if Mark Skinner had the best season ever last season, why did he not get a new contract? We're saying that, oh, our players are not signing new contract. The manager is not able to secure his own new contract. So what is happening at this club? Why has Leah Galton not signed a contract? We think we have learned from the Russo saga. We think we have learned from the Onabate saga, but we haven't. Leah hasn't been offered a new contract. Marioff's contract has not been resolved. I don't know if Lad has got a new contract or not. So, you know, it's again both of the things happening at the same time. But even for the players, maybe, I think Vic said that. Uh, there's a lot of transition which is happening. Maybe that is affecting the players as well. Who knows? We know for sure it's affecting the men's player. Maybe it's affecting the women's players as well.
no? I think it is. I think a lot of people don't appreciate what is going on behind the scenes with the contracts, with the this, with just everything. And like you say, isn't it? I do think though, I'll disagree with you on that. They will leave the men's team to the last minute as well. Look at what happened with the Amrabat and all that kind of stuff. We needed these things. Look at what happened with Casemiro. But it's the system. It's the whole. This is the way this club is run, and they just don't care really about football. But I think I agree with you in that it will always be then the women that will always get worst end of that. When they're about to sign things, it'll always be the women that will always try and lowball first, or like you said, not see the importance of, like you said, Leah Galton been here from day one. The way she was talking about family and all this, that should be the most simplest contract to get done. But we saw with Rashford, they realised with Rashford, even though they did lowballing, they realised someone like Leah you can't tie down. That's my worst fear. I know, on her left, everyone knows I loved on her. But, Leah Galton leaving, I mean, that's...
I don't see it. I don't see it happening. If Leah Galton leaves Man United, that's this automatic riot, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I'll come out from London to make sure, I'll come outside Old Trafford and do a riot, because Leah's not leaving. Come on, let's be honest. The girl's got the Red Devil tatted on her, mate. She's staying there for life. It's simple as that. They'll just be long with the contracts, as what they always do. They're always late with it. But she'll tie herself down. I think, and it doesn't matter about who her agent is. It's about what Leah wants at the end of the day, and that goes to show in regarding to international selection and whatever. So if you know that story and whatnot, if you don't know that story, obviously just do your research and whatever. But now Leah's not leaving Man United, and I'll be very, very, very disappointed if Leah does. I think she'll end her career at Man United. I think she'll have a brilliant career, but we as a club, we have to make sure that we get into these competitions where she can blossom to show her talent, because I think she's amazing.
Yeah. Listen, you need to make people feel wanted. Yeah, Maya, Grace, these are people that, Lucia, these are people that are doing a lot for us, but do they feel loved? Do they feel wanted? I don't know. Listen, guys, we've been at it an hour. I don't even know if we've even covered all the points, but I hope we've done justice, the lists. I didn't speak a lot. These two guys have been fantastic. Namrata, tell people about yourself. Like, where can they find you if they want to speak to you or see more stuff, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I'm extremely active on Twitter. I try not to be where I am, so just catch me on Twitter at Namrata_YDV.
Yeah, we've put Namrata's handles and stuff all on our Twitter. And obviously, Lanzel, my brother, you've got a lot of love. Nam's got a lot of love. We've been on it today, haven't we? Most eventful.
Oh, mate, listen, I really, really appreciate it, man, because now I can relax myself, get myself ready for work, get in a good frame of mind. But listen, I appreciate everyone in the comments, everyone associated with the channel, every Man United supporter, whether you agree or you disagree. United is in our name, and we should all be united, and we all want our team to win, and that's basically the most important thing that you should take away from this podcast. It's not a you versus me. It's not a them versus us. We're supposed to be united together as one. Shout out to us on Twitter, or you see us or whatever and about or anything like that. Then nobody bites here. Yeah, everybody will let you have your situation and problem, and we might agree, we might not disagree, but at the end of the day, the name is United. Yeah, only one united, and that's what it's supposed to be. So thank you so much for a great show. Thank you for everybody that's tuned in as well, and I appreciate you all.
Free therapy, that's what we do here, guys. Like you said, Lanzel says, you say one thing, I say another. It's everyone just talking, everyone get your point accrued. That's what I've tried to do, put everyone's points on. Some of it I agree with, some of it I don't, and that's what we said. So listen, tune in for next time. Let's go. Wednesday, Conti Cup, like you said, onwards and upwards Liverpool. Now from here. Yeah. See you later, guys.
See you later, guys.